Hi guys, this is Mike, and if you know my channel, by the way, if you don't, welcome, and I hope you like this video enough that you consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. But if you do know my channel, you will have seen that in the last couple of weeks I was searching for the perfect freeze pedal, or sample sustain pedal, right? I really wanted to have like a background sound for my guitar playing when I'm practicing, or even for songs, right? And yeah, so I tested a couple of efforts by TC Electronic. I tested free pedals from Electro Harmonics, and I almost kept the Super Ego Plus from Electro Harmonics. But then I read a comment from one of my viewers, Lucas, who suggested I should try out the Boss SY-1 synthesizer because it also has a hold function and it sounds more natural than these sample sustainers. And my first reaction, I have to be honest, was, well, I'm not a huge fan of digital Boss pedals. I think their analog stuff sounds fantastic, but their digital stuff I always felt sounded a little bit flat, right? It just has this, like, I call it the Boss sound. It has like a plasticky fake quality to it. And I'm speaking about their delays and their chorus pedals. Everything that's digital I don't like, but I really like their analog stuff. And this, of course, is a digital pedal. But, having said that, I still wanted to give this a go. And I ordered it, and it was delivered, and I unboxed it, and I hooked it up. And I played the first couple of things, and I fell completely and utterly in love with this pedal. Because just as Lucas says, it does so much more than just holding your sound. You have so many cool sounds here, so many useful sounds. The trick, in my opinion, is to not overdo it, to not have this as your main act, so to speak. It should always accompany what you are playing, right? And it should always be quieter than what you are playing, actually. But then it sounds really nice, right? So I was perfectly happy with this pedal. But then I saw that there's even an upgraded, a little bit bigger version of the SY-1, and that is, of course, the SY-200. And I ordered this pedal, and I'll make this short. I will keep this pedal, and I'll tell you why. So first of all, what I really like about this pedal, this pedal has a lot of sounds built in, right? More than 100. But this is even more, right? That's number one. Number two is, I really love the LCD display here. It's really helpful to me. You can set the tone, the resonance, the depth, and you always see what you're doing, right? The same is true for the direct level, which I think is pretty vital, and the effect level, right? There you have, it says what variation you just chose, right? So really cool that you have this. Of course, there's a menu with a lot of options. I already set this button here to the hold function, right? So it gives me the same effect basically as a freeze pedal, right? So I really like this, and it's very easy to use. I haven't read the manual at all. One minor complaint is that the manual does not come in the box, so you actually have to download it. But okay, I don't need it actually. It's self-explanatory, more or less. Also very cool that you have the tempo here, so no more guessing, like on this pedal here, what the tempo exactly is. If you have a song in a certain tempo and you want a nice arpeggio, or in my case, I have a looper pedal from Boss also where you can set the tempo. I bet these two pedals will play beautifully together. So that's also great. And the last thing that I really like about this pedal, and I think is a huge upgrade to this one here, is that this has 127 banks where you can save your own sounds or presets, right? So that is really cool. Basically, both pedals deliver the same sound. This just has more functionality and more sounds, right? Having said that, still a great pedal. And actually, after listening and playing with this for like a week, I would highly suggest, if you're looking for a freeze pedal especially, don't buy any of those that I told you to. I'm sorry for that, but thank you, Lucas, for suggesting that. And yeah, great pedal as well, but I really like the functionality, right? One thing about the sound that I have to mention before we actually listen to some sound samples, because I read a lot of reviews online before ordering these two. A couple of people are claiming and saying, and they are right in a way, they're saying that these pedals sound a little bit fake, plasticky, dry, and all that stuff, and boring, right? A lot of complaints about the sound. And generally speaking, I know where they are coming from. Because the thing is, these things need delay or reverb, right? Just, I would say, as a real synthesizer, right? Vangelis made the Blade Runner soundtrack, which was drenched in reverb and delay, right? Without that, there's almost nothing there, right? And the same is true for these two, right? Some of the sounds here, yes, they are shrill, they are fake sounding, but that's why you have a tone control or a resonance control or a depth control. And as I said, don't overdo the effect. It should always be the second fiddle to your first fiddle, the guitar, right? Or the bass, because these things actually you can use them for bass as well. And drench them in delay. I mean, guitar as well sounds better with delay or reverb, right? So I think that's no secret. And yeah, so guys, let me actually engage my delay and let me search for a couple of nice settings. And yeah, let's listen to the sounds. Okay guys, that was basically it. That was me noodling around for like 15 minutes, trying to give you some cool sounds. I mean, I even haven't touched like the surface of what especially this pedal can do. I mean, both great pedals. The basic sound of these pedals is pretty much the same, but I really like this pedal way more just because it has the LCD display and helps me to navigate and, you know, set the things how I like them basically. But yeah, I hope you like this video, and if you did, please like, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I hope I'll see you next time. By the way, the next video will be pretty interesting as well. It will be a comparison video between this pedal, the SY-200, and the Electro-Harmonix Super Ego Plus. So don't miss that. Hit the notification bell and stay tuned. And yeah, until then, have a good one. See you next time. Bye.
With two eyes.